the president is saying we're not at war, it seems. The Speaker of the House is saying we're not at war. Hegseth is saying it's on pause. We're talking about, the economy amidst all of this, because this president has been all about the economy. That's what he got elected on. Gas prices are still on the rise. Inflation is rising as well. They're asking for all this money at the Pentagon to fund potentially this war. How does the president justify this? How do members of Congress justify all of this money that is being spent that they cannot necessarily account for going into the midterms, especially as Americans are struggling financially?
Yeah. So it's not just the taxpayer expense, but you alluded to it, and it's also the expense out of everybody's pocketbooks when they go to the gas pump, when they go to the grocery store, when the farmers go to buy fertilizer. Those are all things that are a direct result of what's happening in Iran. And Trump's prediction is the second the conflict ends, the gas prices will tumble and they'll come down and be even lower than they were before the conflict, because they will have more control over the flow of oil from that region, and that'll bring prices down across the board.
But it's not happening now. If we're not at war, we would be seeing that happen, and it's not happening. So that actually is not bearing out, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of contradictory statements in all of this, right? In that interview I did with Mike Johnson, he said, on one hand, we are trying to broker a peace, but at the same time, we're not at war. Well, how do you broker a peace? What are you brokering a peace from if we're not at war? And Trump repeatedly calls it a war over and over again. They're now saying it's the end of hostilities, but yet they still have all this military presence in the region. You're right. I mean, if the major part of the war is already over, why is it the gas prices are still skyrocketing?